Here are Grandma's 29 plus oddly useful life hacks that work extremely well. Sesame oil for oil pulling. Did you know that oil pulling with sesame oil can improve your oral health and hygiene? Swish a tablespoon of sesame oil in your mouth for 15 to 20 minutes, making sure to pull it through your teeth. Spit out the oil. Do not swallow and rinse your mouth thoroughly with warm water. Brush your teeth as usual. This method helps remove toxins and bacteria, promoting healthier gums and fresher breath. For best results, practice oil pulling daily before eating or drinking anything. Cabbage leaves for chest congestion. Have you ever tried using cabbage leaves for chest congestion relief? Cabbage leaves have anti-inflammatory properties that can help reduce chest congestion. To use, warm a few cabbage leaves in hot water. Then place them on your chest. Cover the leaves with a cloth and let them sit for about 20 minutes. The warmth and nutrients in the cabbage leaves help to loosen mucus and ease breathing. For added benefit, repeat this process several times a day until you feel better. Use a pinch of baking soda to coffee to reduce bitterness. Did you know that a pinch of baking soda can reduce the bitterness in your coffee? Grandma would simply sprinkle a small amount of baking soda in her brewed cup of coffee. The baking soda neutralizes the acidity, creating a smoother and more enjoyable taste. This simple trick is especially helpful for those sensitive to bitter flavors. Adjust the amount of baking soda to suit your taste preferences and enjoy a better cup of coffee. Hydrogen peroxide for ear infections. Hydrogen peroxide can help treat mild ear infections. Mix equal parts of hydrogen peroxide and water to create a gentle solution. Using a dropper, place a few drops of the solution into the affected ear while lying on your side. Let it sit for a few minutes, then tilt your head to allow the liquid to drain out. The bubbling action of the hydrogen peroxide helps to clean the ear and reduce infection. Repeat this process twice daily until symptoms improve, and always consult a healthcare provider for severe cases. Take unused paper napkins from fast food restaurants for various uses. Those extra paper napkins from fast food restaurants can come in handy for various tasks at home. So instead of throwing them away, Grandma would save and keep them, and you can too. You can use them for quick cleanups, as makeshift coasters, or even as blotting paper for greasy foods. These napkins can also be handy for packing lunches, wiping up small spills, and many other everyday uses. Use sugar to treat tongue burns. Using sugar can be a quick solution for painful tongue burns. Sprinkle a small amount of sugar directly onto the burn on your tongue. The sugar helps to relieve the pain and promotes faster healing by drawing out the heat. Allow the sugar to dissolve slowly in your mouth for best results. This simple remedy can provide quick relief from the discomfort of tongue burns. Keep kitchen scraps to feed to chickens. Keep kitchen scraps to feed to chickens and reduce food waste. Collect vegetable peels, fruit scraps, and leftover grains to supplement your chicken's diet. Suitable kitchen scraps include carrot peels, cucumber ends, apple cores, banana peels, and leafy greens like spinach or lettuce. Additionally, chickens enjoy melon rinds, pumpkin seeds, and leftover cooked rice or pasta. Avoid giving them foods that are harmful to chickens, such as onions, garlic, citrus peels, avocado pits, and chocolate. Use a soup bag in the freezer for vegetable scraps. Did you know that you can save vegetable scraps for homemade broth? Use a soup bag in your freezer to collect vegetable peels, ends, and leftover pieces. Once the bag is full, simply empty it into a pot of water and simmer to create a flavorful vegetable broth. This method reduces waste and provides a convenient way to make nutritious broth from scraps that would otherwise be discarded. Label the bag to keep track of the contents and use them regularly. Use sugar water to set hair. A simple sugar water solution can help set your hair naturally. Dissolve a teaspoon of sugar in a cup of warm water, then pour the mixture into a spray bottle. Mist your hair with the solution before styling. The sugar acts as a natural hair gel, helping to hold your style in place without the use of harsh chemicals. This simple solution can provide a gentle hold and add a bit of shine to your hair. Clean a blender with soapy water and a pulse cycle. Cleaning a blender can be a hassle, but there's an easy way to do it. Fill the blender halfway with warm water and add a few drops of dish soap. Put the lid on and pulse the blender for a few seconds. The soapy water will clean the blades and the inside of the jar effectively. Rinse thoroughly with clean water. Repeat the process as needed for tougher residues. Repurpose a shower curtain ring as a scarf hanger. Repurpose a shower curtain ring as a scarf hanger to keep your accessories organized. Attach several shower curtain rings to a sturdy clothes hanger. Loop each scarf through a ring, ensuring they hang neatly without tangling. This setup saves closet space and makes it easy to see and access your scarves. You can also use this method for belts, ties, and necklaces. For added stability, choose metal rings and a wooden hanger to support the weight of multiple accessories. Add oatmeal to soup. Did you know that you can add oatmeal to soup for extra texture and nutrition? As your soup simmers, stir in a quarter cup of oats per quart of liquid. The oatmeal will thicken the broth and add a creamy consistency along with beneficial fiber and nutrients. This is a great way to enhance the heartiness of vegetable, chicken, or beef soups. It also helps make your meal more filling and satisfying. For a smoother texture, use quick oats. For a chewier bite, opt for rolled oats. Get your cooking oils right. Get your cooking oils right to enhance your dish's flavors and textures. Different oils have varying smoke points, crucial for different cooking methods. Use olive oil for low to medium heat cooking, like sautéing vegetables, to preserve its flavor and health benefits. For high heat cooking, such as frying, opt for vegetable or canola oil to avoid burning. Knowing which oil to use ensures your food is cooked properly and tastes its best. Store oils in a cool, dark place to extend their shelf life and prevent them from going rancid. Bubble wrap to insulate windows. Bubble wrap can be an effective thermal insulator for windows, helping to keep your home warm in winter and cool in summer. Cut pieces of bubble wrap to fit the size of each window pane. Spray a fine mist of water on the window and press the bubble wrap, bubble side against the glass to adhere it. The bubbles trap air, providing a layer of insulation that reduces heat loss and gain. Polish brass with Worcestershire sauce. Did you know that you can restore brass with Worcestershire sauce? Apply a teaspoon of Worcestershire sauce to a soft cloth and rub it onto the brass surface in circular motions. The acidic components in the sauce help remove tarnish and bring back the metal's luster. After polishing, wipe the brass clean with a damp cloth and dry it thoroughly to prevent water spots. This method is perfect for small brass items like candlesticks, knobs, and decorative pieces. Repeat as needed to maintain the shine. Whip together oil and butter to stretch butter. Whip together oil and butter to stretch butter and make it go further. Combine equal parts softened butter and a mild-flavored oil, like olive or vegetable oil, in a mixing bowl. Beat the mixture with an electric or manual mixer until it's light and fluffy. Store the whipped butter in an airtight container in the fridge. This method not only makes your butter last longer, but also makes it easier to spread. For added flavor, you can mix in herbs or spices. Make carrots stay crunchy. If stored properly, you can actually keep your carrots crunchy. Cut your desired carrot shape and place them in an airtight container, making sure they're covered with cold water. Seal the container and store it in the refrigerator. Change the water every 2 days to maintain freshness. This method keeps the carrots crisp and prevents them from drying out, making them perfect for snacking, cooking, or adding to salads. Use vinegar and warm water as a final rinse for dandruff. Use vinegar and warm water as a final rinse to combat dandruff. Mix 1 part vinegar, Apple cider vinegar works best with 2 parts warm water. After shampooing, pour the mixture over your scalp and massage it gently. Let it sit for a few minutes before rinsing thoroughly with cool water. The vinegar helps balance the scalp's pH and removes buildup, reducing dandruff. Keep flowers fresh with a dash of bleach in the water. Did you know that you can keep your flowers fresh longer by adding a dash of bleach to the water? Fill your vase with water and add a 1/4 teaspoon of bleach per quart of water. The bleach helps kill bacteria and fungi that can cause the flowers to wilt. Change the water and add fresh bleach every few days to maintain the freshness. Use chamomile brew as a final rinse for blonde hair. Use chamomile brew as a final rinse to enhance blonde hair. Brew a strong pot of chamomile tea and let it cool to room temperature. After shampooing and conditioning, pour the chamomile tea over your hair as a final rinse. The natural properties of chamomile help brighten and enhance blonde tones while adding shine. Use this rinse regularly to maintain vibrant blonde hair. Deodorize hands with stainless steel. Deodorize hands with stainless steel to remove strong odors like garlic and onion. After handling foods with strong smells, rub your hands thoroughly on a stainless steel surface, such as a spoon, the faucet, or the inside of your sink. The stainless steel helps neutralize and remove the lingering odors from your skin. This simple trick leaves your hands smelling fresh and clean without the need for harsh soaps or chemicals. Use a wooden spoon to mix ingredients. Have you noticed Grandma always using a spoon when cooking? There's a good old reason for that. Its sturdy construction allows for thorough blending without damaging delicate ingredients or scratching your cookware. Wooden spoons are especially useful for stirring thick batters and doughs, as they provide the necessary leverage and durability. Additionally, wood is a natural material that doesn't conduct heat, making it safe to use even with hot mixtures. If properly taken good care of, they can last for generations. Use an old colander as a hanging fruit basket. Use an old colander as a hanging fruit basket to keep your produce organized and accessible. Attach 3 equal-length pieces of sturdy rope or chain to the edges of the colander, then tie the ends together to form a loop. Hang the colander from a hook in your kitchen or pantry. This creative repurposing idea provides ventilation for your fruit, helping it stay fresh longer. Plus, it adds a rustic, decorative touch to your space. Create homemade laundry soap from Fales Naphtha. Create homemade laundry soap from Fales Naphtha for an effective and economical cleaning solution, just like Grandma did. Grate 1 bar of Fales Naphtha soap into fine shavings. Mix the grated soap with 1 cup of washing soda and 1 cup of borax. Store the mixture in an airtight container. To use, add 1 to 2 tablespoons of the homemade soap to your washing machine per load. Use soda to clean burnt pots. Use soda to clean burnt pots and remove stubborn residue. Pour enough soda, such as cola, into the burnt pot to cover the affected area. Let it sit for a few hours or overnight. The acids in the soda help loosen the burnt-on food. After soaking, scrub the pot with a sponge or brush to remove the residue. Rinse thoroughly with water. Use buttermilk for fluffier pancakes. Buttermilk can make your pancakes fluffier and more flavorful. The acidity in buttermilk reacts with baking soda or baking powder, creating bubbles that help the batter rise. Replace the milk in your pancake recipe with an equal amount of buttermilk. Mix the ingredients gently to avoid overworking the batter, which can result in tougher pancakes. Cook as usual on a preheated griddle or pan. This simple substitution will give you light, tender, and deliciously fluffy pancakes every time. For an extra touch, let the batter rest for a few minutes before cooking to allow the leavening agents to fully activate. Use cold brewed coffee as a final rinse for brunette hair. Enhance brunette hair by using cold brewed coffee as a final rinse. Brew a strong pot of coffee and let it cool. to room temperature or refrigerate until cold. After shampooing and conditioning, pour the cold coffee over your hair as a final rinse. The coffee helps to enrich the color and add shine to brunette hair. Leave the coffee in for a few minutes, then rinse with cool water. Use this rinse regularly to maintain rich, vibrant brunette tones. Heat skillet with cinnamon to remove smells. Remove unwanted odors from your kitchen by heating a skillet with cinnamon. Simply sprinkle a few teaspoons of ground cinnamon directly into a dry skillet. Place the skillet over low heat and allow the cinnamon to warm up gently. As the cinnamon heats, it releases a pleasant aroma that helps neutralize and eliminate lingering cooking smells. Partially boil and foil wrap potatoes for faster cooking. Speed up the cooking time for potatoes by partially boiling and foil wrapping them. Start by boiling the potatoes for about 10 minutes to soften them slightly. Drain and let them cool for a few minutes. Wrap each potato in aluminum foil and place them in the oven or on the grill to finish cooking. This method reduces the overall cooking time, ensuring your potatoes are cooked evenly and faster. For added flavor, season the potatoes with salt, pepper, and herbs before wrapping them in foil. Onion for rusty knives. Did you know that you can remove rust from knives with onions? Grandma would simply cut an onion in half and rub the cut side directly onto the rusty areas of the knife. The natural acids and enzymes in the onion help dissolve the rust. For stubborn spots, stick the knife into an onion repeatedly to further work the rust loose. Rinse the knife with warm water and dry thoroughly. This method is a natural and effective way to restore your knives to their former glory. Use leftover coffee to enhance chocolate cake flavor. Enhance the flavor of your chocolate cake by using leftover coffee. Replace the water or milk in your cake recipe with an equal amount of cooled leftover coffee. The coffee deepens the chocolate flavor, adding richness and complexity. This simple swap can make a big difference in the taste of your cake, giving it a more intense and satisfying chocolate experience. Store leftover coffee in the fridge for baking purposes, ensuring you always have the flavor booster on hand. Cloth sack filled with rice as a warm compress. Use a cloth sack filled with rice as a warm compress for soothing aches and pains. Fill a clean cloth sack or an old sock with uncooked rice and sew or tie the open end securely. To heat the compress, place it in the oven at 200 degrees Fahrenheit for about 15 minutes or until warm. You can also heat it on a stove using a double boiler method, placing the sack in a heat-safe dish over boiling water until it reaches the desired temperature. Apply the warm compress to sore muscles, stiff joints, or any area needing relief. For more contents like this, click here to subscribe.